Am I back?
You're back.
Something's going on. I'm not getting
Hello. We are live. If you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, come on in. So excited, so glad to have you here. It's a late night edition, so we here a little late in the evening. So welcome.
What up, man? What up, man? Told y'all I was gonna
Hey.
be out here, man. Share the live, all that good stuff. Y'all see us?
Share the live.
What up? Welcome in. I don't know who's in here, but
So put some comments in there. Tell us where you're from. If you don't mind, feel free to shout out your city. Rep your city. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Derek gonna call it the walk.
The big
we gonna
walk.
fight.
So we ain't done it before, so we gonna wing this, man. Y'all come on in.
We are winging this.
Pull up, man. It's a late night edition. We ain't gonna be here before you long.
We will not.
I got a bedtime. I apologize. We were supposed to be in here earlier, but I had a Bible study.
My Lord.
In person, and I wasn't gonna miss the Bible study. I
wouldn't. Couldn't miss the Bible study. We don't want you to do that.
So, we out here now.
We are out here. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. We ain't gonna do this welcome for too long because I hate when people do that. Welcome. Come on in. You're here. Jesus. We here. Twin, what you do today?
I was in every medical facility in town.
Why were you in every medical facility in town today?
Man, listen, get old. And hopefully y'all got to check out episode 7 and kind of explain my back situation. You know, I'm a month out, just over a month out from 40. And my body is like.
And your body's saying, yes, you are.
Come on in, man. And so I just had to go get that checked out. And then also I went and, got the physical and all the adult things, man. Y'all know what it is. So got the adult things. Also realized that health insurance, all the prices went sky high.
Man.
So did that.
I saw your comment about your medicine that used to be virtually nothing. And I meant to tell you, so I have asthma. I'm sure you probably done heard it and be like,
I've never said that.
What you noticed it? You did. What you did.
I didn't say that.
Oh, more people are joining. Thank you. Come on in.
Say what's up, wave or something, so we know y'all.
Wave. Give us a thumbs up.
I know how church is. Talk.
Yep. Just talk back to us. This is a interactive, first of its kind. But
Twin wanted to do this today because she felt that it was a lot for us to talk about, and putting out an episode was just gonna be too much.
Because something gonna change tomorrow.
Your dad not gonna pop up on the episode?
He may. My daddy is at the gun range. Okay, he said I'm going. My dad was supposed to be with us tonight, and he said, "Oh, I'm going to the gun range. Y'all still doing that podcast? What time? What time y'all gonna do that?" I said, "Oh, we know. Twin got to go to Bible study, so we gonna do it." He said, I got to go to the gun range. I said, okay, all right. You got to get prepared because,
gosh,
we done got war declared on us in Milwaukee and other inner cities. So he also ready.
Amen.
Is his motto. You want to jump right in, Twin?
Yeah, man, let's talk, man. So y'all know what it is. Side conversations. A lot of political stuff, a lot of stuff been going on. So we actually want to. The reason we jumped in here is because I was talking to Twin before I jumped on. I mean, we already had the government shutdown is here, and it is. This is one thing I saw on TikTok, and that really got me was that the Democratic Party is really performing. I don't know how the best way to say this. They're like malpractice right now. Tactics of communicating to the nation what is going on. That's why we've talked about that. We don't side either way, but like kind of middle center, everything. But they're doing a horrible job of explaining to the country what exactly is going on.
Yes.
Like they're allowing MAGA, the Republicans, to continue to do what they've been doing.
Yep.
It's unfortunate because it should be so easy for them to say, hey, listen, this is what we are fighting for in regards to the everyday American. This is what we're standing 10 toes down on. And reminding the country that the Republicans hold every branch of the government in the hand.
Correct.
So everything that they want to do, they can do. Correct. Right? So not communicating that effectively to the everyday American is hurting them, because what's going to ultimately happen is once the big beautiful bill goes into play, it's just going to fall back on the Democrats once the Democrats are over in these primaries or in these independent elections or whatever you call them. So it's going to be the same thing to where it's the same cycle of they get in, they create some hectic bill or catastrophe that's going to affect Americans, but they push it. So they're going to push it until more Democrats get into place. By the time we get around, if there is another election, presidential election, it's going to the blame is going to fall again, just like it fell on Biden. It's going to fall again on them to clean it up. But being that they're not communicating it effectively now, it's really hurting them, man. And they're just dumb. Like, they're just dumb. So
I hear what you're feeling, and I really like what I really wanted us to do this tonight was to talk about our feelings. Like, I think we're in a society where we get fatigued, right? We've talked about this, where we get fatigued with news, with sound bites, with play-by-play moments after it's happening, while it's happening, not even moments after, but we are in it while it's happening. Today, when, Hegseth and Trump called in this, 800 general and admiral meeting, and I'm getting updates about this was just said, this was just said, this was just said. And I'm just like,
what were some of the things you said?
It was overwhelming. It was overwhelming because by the time I'm like, I can't react to this, then the next thing is happening.
You're the dumbest.
So dumbest. Can I, because there may be some people, my hope is that our side conversations, of course, is an outlet for us and for other people to find humor in some of the things that are going on, but mainly to be educated and to be aware of this is not just another normal presidency. This is not a normal administration. This is nothing like the first administration. It isn't. It's so much more at play, and it hurts my heart when people are like, oh, well, it's not going to affect me. And they don't say that outright, but they say that in so many ways. So let me give you some key highlights on some highlights and themes. So I put the video into ChatGPT and I asked it to give me some highlights and themes of Trump's address and Hegseth's address. Now, the major thing that, because I love a good hook chuck on some stuff, is nobody clapped when that nobody clapped when that man came out, baby. It was kind of like when I'm
I'm gonna play with these sound effects. This is gonna be fun.
I love that. I love that for you. When we are, when I'm leading praise and worship at church, and I'm like, "Come on, put your hands together," and people just be like, "I'm not." It was.
Hey, look, how does that feel, man? I've always been curious. I've led one song my entire growing up churchy career.
Right.
One Lord, One Faith.
I remember that. Yes, One Lord. Sorry. That's Maurette Brown Clark.
You know more than I do.
Yeah.
How does it feel as an adult leading praise and worship and like trying to? Because I know as a musician what control we have back there just to support. But how does it feel as a worship leader looking into the congregation? Because I see it. We see everything.
Yeah.
How does it feel seeing that, trying to be like, come on, let's praise them together. Can't you feel working on it? And they just like, how does that feel? I mean, it's a side conversation.
It's you know what? It is hard. It is in my early rookie years of leading praise and worship, it would affect me, right? So either you're going to let it discourage you and you're going to feel defeated and you ain't even halfway through the song. Sometimes you do that at the very beginning and then you just kind of, it takes the air out, or you get, I have been guilty of this and I've seen other praise and worship leaders, they get angry like, so you just gonna stand there and you ain't gonna praise God? Like, so you could, but you have to, like, because I'm so good to you. Exactly. And we all fall into that because we're human. But I had like it does suck. It does. But then, the next song, they jump in with you. They doing that. So it's all fickle. It's all fickle. But let's get into it. Let's get into.
Oh, go to my page and share it to your page.
I did already.
Okay,
I did. Yeah.
So what? I got some links that I had that I'm gonna play, but the thing that was so funny to me watching those clips of Hegseth and Orange Man is like, it felt kind of good though, seeing and watching the admirals, everybody was in there like not falling into that that North Korean, Russian, China propaganda that them two dudes was looking for. So it felt good that when they were trying to give this performative, what was the thing Hegseth said, and if they want to test us, they're gonna FAF us.
Oh, I got that down. And it's silent.
Chirp.
Crickets is what my notes says, parentheses, crickets.
And he deserved it.
And he did. So let me do Trump's highlights and key themes that he talked about. Again, if you're just joining us, we are talking about the address where they were in Quantico, and Hegseth called in 800 generals and military leaders, which was stupid to have them all in one spot. But that's neither here nor there. Just dumb to have all of them in one spot. Such a vulnerability. They just don't think through this.
They don't care.
So highlights and key themes. The enemy within was cited multiple times, using cities as training grounds. So Trump, so he framed internal unrest and criminality in U.S. cities as akin to war. So he kept doing that enemy within. He floated the idea of using dangerous cities as training grounds for military forces. And I'm going to put a little note in here because I watched an interview with a retired Air Force, a retired Marine fighter pilot, Amy McGrath, and she explains what she thought was the most scariest part of Trump's speech. to those generals. She said the scariest part was when the president talked about using the military and using our cities as a training ground. The military has done training in cities, she said, but that's not what he's talking about here. He's talking about using the military in ways that it should not be used. What do you think
Right.
about that?
But it's been the same thing they've been already talking about though. Like
Mhm.
it's also not even what they've been talking about. It's been the same thing they've been doing. The
They've been
dude
doing
just dropped off soldiers in Portland.
just what? Oh, he talked about that. He talked about Portland, Oregon looks like World War II. He was like,
A war
"That's the
zone.
videos, a war zone." He said, "Those are the videos I'm seeing." I mean, that's what I'm seeing. What are those AI videos, sir?
They're so. Matter of fact, I just want to pull up some of these videos that I bookmarked, man. Hold on.
While you're pulling that up,
They are exhausting.
go ahead and pull that up. He also talked about, he claimed that he already signed an executive order to set up quick reaction forces that could be mobilized to quell disturbances. And this is something that I really truly think we should take seriously, and not that it's this 80-year-old man on stage talking off the side of his neck.
Mhm.
It's very serious that even though he did not have people shouting and clapping, they are still remaining within the military. And they have to do what he says unless they truly stand up and say this is unconstitutional, because they are there to protect the Constitution.
Yep.
I don't think that they will get to the place where they are going to stand up and say, I'm not going to do this. I don't think we're there yet. I don't think you're going to see it en masse. What do you think?
So I watch a lot of I've watched for a long time a lot of the NCISs, the FBI shows, military shows, and there's one, I don't know if it was a movie. Oh my gosh, you know what it was?
What?
It was that movie I had to TV show series I had to buy on DVD.
Oh,
Last Ship. That's what it's
there
called.
you go.
Last Ship.
Uh-huh.
And what happened was, in the last season that I had to buy and order off DVD, and I might watch it again. It was so good. What happened was there was a division in the government, and the division came from it started with the virus and stuff like that, and trying to find a cure, and you know, the cure being on the last ship and all that stuff. That's how the show. But the last season was very important because it turned into everyone fighting. They had somehow made the virus and made a new strand that infected the crops. And then, of course, one big conglomerate company had the only cure for whatever, you know, to cure the crops. And it was a disaster. But there was a friction in the U.S. government because you had the saviors, you know, the last ship crew who had for 5 seasons of this show saved the world from all kinds of corruption and all this other stuff. But then you had some people within the same government military who were then sold this other ideal of America being the number one source of everything. So they created a war with South America. Then that was the big war in the last show, on the last season. And I say that it reminds me of this situation that we saw today, because I do feel, because Hegseth even said it, and Trump said it too. They were like, listen, we're going to fire y'all if y'all ain't down.
Yes.
Like, if you were really listening, that's what they were saying.
Yes.
And there was a reason they didn't get all of them. They got certain ones.
Yep.
And there was a reason they got certain ones, because they probably have they got what they need on these individual generals that came in today. I tell them, hey, that's why the dude was like, I want you to do a fitness test.
Yep.
Dude, how about you start doing a fitness test with some of these state patrol officers?
I mean, no, do a fitness test with them ICE people
Do
in Chicago where the man got away on the
on a
bike
bike.
and he dropped his phone and picked it up.
Do that. Start there.
Let's do
I
that.
don't need my generals ain't going out there doing nothing.
No, they're
If
generals.
anyone saw the pictures of those of the generals sitting out there, they are generals.
They are generals.
And this is the thing that gets me about DEI and all this stuff. Pete Hegseth is the ultimate DEI hire. He has no idea what he's talking about. He's a Fox show analyst.
Yep.
Over the Department of Defense. I will never call it.
I'm not calling it Department of War.
I'm not calling it Department of War. It's trash. They're trash. They're dumb.
No.
So, but what I saw today, it was like, okay, cool. They kind of sitting in there, they're taking it all in, they're not really saying anything. You know, they're giving them nothing. Like Trump walked out, he was like, oh, so like, you know, something. I wasn't expecting y'all to clap, but you know, it kind of been nice, you know, if y'all would have, you know.
Twin. Trump said, I've never walked into a room so silent before. And if you want to applaud, you can applaud. You can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank and there goes your future. These are direct quotes. I have watched it. These are direct quotes from his mouth.
And people have no problem with this.
No problem.
I think that's like another one of the scariest parts of where we are now is that people they're just, hey, what is it? Monday or Tuesday, tomorrow, Wednesday.
Just move on.
And I'm like, yo, these generals, and it's moving so fast.
Yes.
The situation with these generals today is very serious because similar to what Trump's already done within his current MAGA regime, he's going to isolate or insulate himself with supporters versus guardrails, like the first. And if that means getting rid of generals who are actually standing on the Constitution and doing what's right and all that other stuff, they're going to do it. And there's no one to stop him. The Supreme Court's not going to stop him. He's got all the levels of government. No one's going to stop him. So how do I do that? Sorry. You know, I can't.
Oh, you got to go. I think you got to go to the video. Like, go to the video and then change. Can you edit it or no? To make it public. I'm telling Derek he needs to make his video public.
I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, y'all. So, how do I do
that? Oh, Lord. Okay. While he's figuring that out, what I wanted to also highlight, and again, the reason why, the intention why of me saying, Twin, we got to go live tonight is, one, I want us not to miss an opportunity to share some things that you may have missed today. And then also ensure that, one, knowledge is power. We know that. We know that, especially in this climate, you have to stay knowledgeable. You have to be diligent. Otherwise, you are going to be caught off guard. So another thing, and I am only saying what he said. So there was criticisms on wokeness, and we know that wokeness is a dog whistle for some things. And it's crazy because the word woke was true. It was used by us, by Black people. We use that word to each other. Like if somebody was, you know, I don't know. It's hard to explain to people who aren't in the culture. But if you were woke, you were like, yeah, the man, and fight the power. And it was a lot of things in one where you were like, ooh, you woke, baby. But to see that word be it just stolen and taken away from us. So there was a lot of criticism of woke standards. There was emphasis on physical grooming rules, and I follow some military content creators, and they had known about the changes in grooming, right? Like, so people with locks, they can't be a certain
Right.
length. The women couldn't have any tinted nail polish on
Mhm.
initially, because they kind of relaxed it so you could wear like almost a clear blush color on your nails, from the times where it used to be really stringent. So now they were letting them do that. Can't do that anymore. Men have to be completely clean shaven, and Hegseth talked about that. And the reason why that is dangerous, black men or men of color with coarser hair, they cannot shave every day, or uh, especially if they grow a lot of facial hair,
Mhm.
because they are susceptible to ingrown hairs because of the way our hair grows out. Our hair doesn't grow out straight. It grows out, it's coarser, it has a coil, it has a pattern. So if it can't get out this way, it's going to come up and back in. So you have those ingrown hairs. So that is a concern. He talked about criticizing fat generals, and talked about it's a shame to see fat generals walking around the Pentagon. Hegseth promoted his book. He said, "We're ending the war on warriors." I heard someone wrote a book about that. It was silent.
Trying to find a quote where he said that they're doing away with um basically like people reporting things that happen to them.
Yes, I can play that if you want.
Yeah, what I need
Um,
yeah, play that quote.
I'll play it. He
'Cause
said,
I
"There's
heard
no more
it was
beardos."
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
play where he said, um, that there you can't, like they'll put away with it. Your president said there were 2 N-words in the country. One we can't use, the other one we got a lot of. It took me a minute to figure out what the other N-word was. I was like, "What N-word is he talking about?"
girl, I know you lying.
No, I'm serious. Like, I knew our N-word, but he was like, "It's 2 N-words," but I didn't know what I was like,
Nuclear.
N-word. I know, but I didn't know. Like, it took me a minute.
But here's the thing, he did it in reverse. That's how
He did it
dumb
in
and fucking
reverse. He
he
did it in
said.
reverse.
He said he was talking about nuclear. Then
Yes.
it goes, no, that's the N word. Now the 2 N words we can't say is nuclear.
So ridiculous. So
That boy racist.
twin. What would you do if you had to sign, or you had to cut your beard off every day? Or
I
your
worked at
goatee?
I worked at McDonald's, so
Did y'all have to be clean shaven?
when I worked at McDonald's, yes.
Oh my. Okay, hold on.
And
I
there was
think I'm
one time,
okay.
like I had like a little stubble. This is well before. This is probably the longest it's been because I just let it grow to see what's
You
going to
just
turn
let it
into.
go.
But I had to shave it at like there was a little stubble. They had a razor and they made me go to
What?
it. I had never shaved. I had never shaved before in my life, and I remember them giving me a little shaving cream in a can.
At your
Little
job at McDonald's.
at McDonald's. At
Baby, it
McDonald's.
is never that
Yes, I
serious.
had to be there at 6:30. I had to go in.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, you would fit right in. Can I play this video?
Play it, please. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you hear it?
Everyone loves my signature.
Can
I
you hear
always
it?
think to myself, how can you have an auto pen sign this?
Being a racist has been illegal in our formation since 1948. The same goes for sexual harassment. Both are wrong and illegal. But telling someone to shave or get a haircut or to get in shape or to fix their uniform or to show up on time or to work hard, that's exactly the kind of discrimination we want.
They said, we'd like to name it the F-47. I said, let me think about it. Then after thinking for about 2 seconds, I said, okay. You know what that means, 47, I'm 47. So I'm 45, 46, and 47. Yeah, if you think about it. I just don't want the credit for 46.
Each service will ensure that every requirement for every combat MOS, for every designated combat arms position, returns to the highest male standard only.
Portland, Oregon, where it looks like a war zone. Unless they're playing false tapes, this looked like World War II. San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles. We're going to straighten them out one by one. That's a war too. It's a war from within.
The only people who actually deserve peace are those who are willing to wage war to defend it.
I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military.
We untie the hands of our warfighters to intimidate, demoralize, hunt, and kill the enemies of our country.
Now they like to say, oh, you're not allowed to use the military. Well, that's what the oath says, foreign and domestic. Well, we also have domestic.
To our enemies, FAFO.
It's the enemy from within, and we have to handle it before it gets out of control. I call it the N-word. There are two N-words, and you can't use either of them. If it does get to use, we have more than anybody else.
Welcome to the War Department, because the era of the Department of Defense is over.
I've never walked into a room so silent before. And if you want to applaud, you applaud. You can do anything you want. And if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank. There goes your future.
We're ending the war on warriors. I heard someone wrote a book about that.
When I walk downstairs, or like I'm on stairs, like these stairs, I walk very slowly. Nobody has to set a record. Just try not to fall.
I don't want my son serving alongside troops who are out of shape or in combat unit with females who can't meet the same combat arms physical standards as men.
So one thing with Obama, I had zero respect for him as a president, but he would bop down those stairs. I've never said, da-da-da-da-da, bop, bop, bop.
No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression, no more beardos.
We used to sign a piece of garbage. I said, this man's going to be a general, right? Yeah. I want to use the big, beautiful, firm paper.
It's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon.
I love my signature. I really do. Everyone loves my signature. I always think to myself, how can you have an auto pen sign this?
Being a racist has been illegal in our formation since 1940.
Okay, that was just some. That was just some.
That man said Obama came. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Oh man, I laugh because sometimes I just hate it here, man. Like
That was just some.
I sometimes, man, I just hate it here. Like we had a chance. We will continue to say on this show, racism is expensive, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive, man. I had a conversation with a woman I went to church with, played drums for back home in Beach, at the same church, mixed denomination Methodist church. And I was like, yo, like, it's, how do you feel like recognizing that the praise team we sang, I played drums on and all this stuff, like, it's so many like MAGAs. She was like, Derek. And we talked about the book that I'm reading, The Hijacking of Jesus. But with these two dudes, I'm just glad, like I said, I'm glad that the gentleman in there like stood 10 toes down, they gave them nothing. It was not a dog and pony show for them. Well, it was them watching one, but they were participating in the dog.
They weren't participating.
So I respect that. Now,
he wanted this to be a rally. I think that people at the rallies are like,
nah, man.
This wasn't that.
There was a picture. Also, on another subject, Charlie Kirk. I know we weren't talking about him no more. So Penn State had a football game over the weekend. Penn State been having whiteout games forever. Somebody said they did that for Charlie Kirk.
But twin, wasn't it they did they made everybody, you said, to do a red, white, and blue or something, and then they ended up getting beat. They ended up getting like, oh my gosh, I gotta look it up. I just saw it.
But so yes, I segued off that, but side conversation. But these two dudes, my only concern is what's next, man.
What is next?
That's my only concern of what follows this, because it's only going to get worse. Like they're going to continue forming this thing into what they want. They're going to because there are no guardrails, so there's nothing stopping this, and it's not normal. Like that's the part that we have to continue to emphasize. that it's not normal. But the thing is, people don't care that it's normal or not. It's because they got what they wanted.
Yep.
They wanted the racism. They wanted the division. Like, you got to think
Yep.
about it. We're not even talking about the immigrants anymore.
Right.
What?
That was such a big thing.
Like, where all the people go?
That's what I'm saying. We have it. It is the cycle can't keep up. The news cycle can't keep up.
It's impossible. And with that, it's just so much that they keep dropping on us, except for the main thing, Epstein.
Because run that. We talk. Please go back and listen to episode 6. Because, like Twin said in the last episode, something big got to be in that file.
Something big in that file? They're doing everything but show who's in that file.
Everything but showing what's in the file. Twin, it was a crazy day, not only just for Hegseth and Trump and their shenanigans, but a photo was released of House Democrats in full attendance in efforts to come together and negotiate the stopping of the government shutdown.
Yeah.
While the Republican side of the chamber was empty.
What, nobody over there?
No one was there. No one was there. They had saw political content creators around in the DC area. Saw one representative, I'm going to send it to you, coming out of the Capitol Grill during the time that they should have been inside. Somebody said, please let that man know he's not supposed to be on the Capitol Grill. At the Capitol Grill, he's supposed to be at the Capitol Hill. He's supposed to be over there.
Now that's funny.
And they asked him, like, why are you here? You supposed to be he was no, everything's fine. You know, once the liberals get it together, like, no, baby.
And that goes back to my initial opening. Democrats are doing a horrible job of communicating.
Because they should have been everywhere, Twin. You're right. They should have been on every outlet.
On every news outlet through
the
closure.
Through midnight.
We're talking. We haven't left. We're not going anywhere. We want to figure this out. We need the government to stay open. We got things we're trying to do. We have no power. All we can do is talk to them. They left with all the power. They have every level of our government system. Where are they? Why are they not here? Ask your representatives. Ask your that's what they're pushing out. But they're just like, hey, decorum, twiddle thumbs. We're here.
Hey, here's a photo of us standing and no one's here. The other side's empty. No, they should be. I think you're right. That's what concerns me the most. Is that nobody is coming to the forefront. Yeah, Trump did that AI video photo thing of Jeffries in a sombrero and a mustache. And like, did you see that picture?
Oh,
you didn't see that? Yeah. So like, he did that. Like, I know we can't go that low, but baby, that would have been the news cycle for a minute. Like afternoon, evening news. If I was him, like just out in the forefront, say like, see, these are the games that we're talking about. But I'm here fighting for the American people. I'm here for you, for the working class. We won't sign this because it's going to cost you more in the end. Like, if they would get that, it's just really frustrating me that the Democratic Party, there's no true pointed leader, no standout leader, and they're not. It's just the simple things. It's like we get a flash in the pan here, and then it goes down, and then someone else does something, and then they go back down. Like,
what's the dude that stood out there with the pamper on and went for the record?
Oh, that was Cory. That was Cory Booker. Booker, yes.
Can't stand him. They are all performative.
Yes, Cory Booker.
Even right now, what's our girl out of Texas? Black woman.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Why? Jasmine? Come on, man. Come on.
Right? That's her name.
Jasmine Crockett. Come on.
Crockett. I couldn't remember her last name.
Like, somebody get out there, say, like, just tell what is going on. If they have, great, but they clearly haven't done it to the extent they need to, because we ain't see it.
And we are I'm very blue on TikTok. I am very, very blue on TikTok.
Random thing, TikTok. Did you wake up to a bunch of stuff about Mount Everest on your TikTok?
No. What did you have on? What?
That's. I'm not the only one. People have been making videos about it. Like, because when I texted you, like, what, 5 o'clock this morning, 6 o'clock this morning?
Yes.
My whole feed was Mount Everest videos.
Why?
Mount Everest. People talk about the bodies on Mount Everest. People talking about the people carrying all the stuff so they could. People talk about how expensive Mount Everest is to climb. People talk about the best times to go to Mount Everest. Stories of people coming down Mount Everest, going up Mount Everest, stuck on Mount Everest.
Why?
I've never looked up a Mount Everest thing in my life.
And now that you said it, and my phone is sitting right here, it's now going to be in my.
The one watch it. Hello.
Like,
it's next.
Hey, you know, I know my CIA agent be upset with me looking at this phone because he like, why is she looking up how to make Tuscan chicken the black way? Why is she?
So yeah, so that was on that was the TikTok.
That was crazy.
I don't. Why did I get off there? What were we talking about? My bad. Side conversations. You said TikTok. I would try to say that for a second.
That's all right.
Other thing, back to the government shutdown. So I asked by a close friend of mine.
Yes.
About he works in a control tower, in a major airport in this country. So he was telling me that December 2018 to January 2019, there was a government shutdown. And he was telling me how he was partially certified, so he wasn't making the big money yet at the time, but he needed that. So he had to take out a loan to cover his bills. And so in the group chat, I was like, so how did that happen? One of my partners was like, or did y'all get back pay, or how did that work? So he said, we did get back pay, but it was split over a few checks and they messed it up for a lot of people. He said, funny story, people have gotten checks in the mail from missed pay from that time period over the last few weeks, 6 years ago when that happened.
And who was the president when that happened? Who was what side had the majority when that happened? I'm just asking questions. I'm not saying that this is the only time that we've had a governmental shutdown, but I'm just asking questions. That's all. It's just like
the farmers. When was the last time you needed to bail out?
Oh. You and that sound effect.
You know, I'm in sound effect. Hold on, what's that got?
See?
It's a big boo.
What? Oh, okay. Hold on to that. Can I go through the timeline of the summary of this shutdown?
Yes.
So there was earlier last week in pre-deadline, the Senate had already rejected past proposals to avert the shutdown. On September 19th, the Senate defeated both a Democratic-led CR, which is a continuing resolution, and the House's GOP's funding extension. If you do not know what is the true hang-up on this, because again, my intent is to always educate. If you're not fully into the know of what's going on in the political world, so there's a funding proposition, bill, what have you, that is being presented, and in there the Republicans have it listed in there that millions of Americans will take the brunt of this overhaul. It'll affect us in a really significant way. So the Democrats are like, no, I'm not touching that. So that's what's going on. They're like, hey, let's talk about it. If you fix this portion, then yeah, we can talk.
Right.
So the morning to early afternoon today, this is today, was the final preparation, signaling, messaging that should have happened today. So congressional leaders, Trump and party officials held last minute meetings and huddles. So I don't know if you saw like all the breaking news, like, Hakeem Jeffries is meeting with Trump, and it was somebody else who we talked about when we were talking about Kamala's book, and she had called him. The name escapes me. I'm sorry it's late, but I'll put it in the comment section. But they were all in this meeting. They were like, hey, we're gonna have this last minute little huddle with Trump and majority leaders, but no breakthrough deal had emerged from that. So at around 5:30 p.m. Eastern time, the Senate begins to vote on dueling funding resolutions. So two competing CRs, again, a CR is a continuing resolution. Two competing CRs taken up, one backed by the House Republicans, the other a Democratic alternative. So as of the evening, as of probably about a couple hours ago today, the Senate votes failed to reach 60, and that's the vote thresholds. So the GOP-led extension failed 55 to 45, needing 60 votes. So they fell short. Earlier, the Democratic alternative also failed. So as of midnight tonight, the shutdown goes into effect. With no funding legislation passed, the federal government's current appropriations will expire as of midnight tonight. Again, trying to educate you, trying to get you informed of what's going on in a digestible way. So the GOP clean CR, remember CR is a continuing resolution, would have extended funding through November 21st, but it did not include extensions for certain healthcare subsidies. And that's a sticking point for the Democrats.
Right.
The Democrats oppose that plan, insisting that any extension must include the Affordable Care Act
Yeah. Right.
and subsidies extensions.
But the part that the Republicans are harping on and trying to push that's a lie is that Democrats are trying to get health care for undocumented citizens.
Correct. They're trying to say, well, you're trying to get this for undocumented people. You're trying to get this for people fraud and waste. So Trump gets up and does a press thing like, we're trying to take money and wasteful and frauding and all these. There's millions and billions of people frauding Medicaid, and we are trying to get rid of it, and they aren't. So that's the narrative that he's trying to spin.
I mentioned you earlier. So well, clearly not, but earlier I was going to ask you, so you know how like they normally just kick the can down the road? Do that with this? Like be like, all right, we'll reach in 30 days. Or are we at the last time they could do that?
We're at the last time. And that's that clean CR that the GOP was trying to like slide in there. They were trying to slide it in, and that would have extended that funding to November 21st. But they were being tricky. They didn't include the healthcare extensions for those healthcare subsidies. They were trying to slide it. So no, this is not something that we can just, because the way that the funding works is like from one date to another date. So they had all this time to figure it out. And then now that's where they are at this impasse, and they can't figure it out because Democrats are saying you need to fix it.
They don't want that woman, the senator from Arizona, to get sworn in so she can release the Epstein file.
Like everything is intertwined, right? Like nothing is in a silo. Everything is intertwined.
Everything is a magic show. Don't look at this hand. It's over here now. Like I want to play
Exactly.
this video from your
That's
boy.
it. Like, remember we talked about yesterday. I'm gonna kick you in the face and
What
you're
did I
gonna
say?
like it.
Hold on, what your boy say?
Pedophiles. How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Okay, I
Come
sent
together.
you the full thing because I never want people to say, well, you taking that out of context. I sent you, it was earlier when that happened today, Senator
Oh yes,
Ted Cruz, and I said, look at the video starts at 1 hour and 50 minutes.
We should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders?
Yes,
How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape?
yes.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Let's run that back.
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. We should have bipartisan
Yeah,
agreement.
Ted.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? Or say, let's stop rape. Together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles.
Because what are you talking about? Are you one?
I want to do that one more time.
Senator Booker also said we should have bipartisan agreement. I think that's a great idea. Together and say, let's stop murders. How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? Come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles.
A little confused.
Them boys are nasty.
A little confused.
You
He
saw
never went back and corrected
No,
himself.
that's the
He never corrected himself in that. He never
again.
corrected.
Why is nobody talking about this? You saw on TikTok when they said they were going to release Mike Johnson's Grindr profile.
What?
Please hold.
They doing everything but releasing these files.
Hold on.
Everything but.
Hold on. Hold on.
30th, 2025. And all right.
Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
Everything but. Everything but.
Grindr, watch. You have until Wednesday to swear her in. Wednesday. Or I will release
It's hard to hear it, twin.
profile and your IP address. Receipts, bitch.
So here's the tea. Mike Johnson is refusing to swear in the Democrat who just won the special election in Arizona because now she will have the final vote to release the Epstein files. And he has been specifically told to release them by our president. So he's trying to do with daddy's work. But here's the tea. Gay people are so amazing. Just leave it to the gays, girl. I am telling you, most of those people, men in there, they are part of the alphabet. Specifically the B and the Q. Cannot wait for Wednesday. All of a sudden, you're going to see her like. And the best part about all of this, both sides want the Epstein files released. Republicans and Democrats on both sides want this. So that's what makes it the best. Like, we all agree to on Grindr. You haven't.
So he said he got till Wednesday, or he releasing Mike Johnson Grindr account.
My Lord.
Because you know when they went out there to Charlie Kirk and all them boys, they shut down the Grindr app.
The grinder was running slow because they were overwhelmed.
Slow.
They was overwhelmed. Twin, I know we're almost at our time.
Oh yes, praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord. We've been in here
For 54 minutes.
I got nothing, man. It's a lot. You just can't keep up, man. You can't keep up. It's
Mhm.
and as much as you want to, you can't.
Mm-mm.
And it's I don't like to say that it's scary, but it's concerning because people don't care.
What
as they-
concerns you the most?
What concerns me the most is that people don't care and they act like it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason they act like it's normal is because it's a bunch of mediocre white men.
Mm.
That's it. If it was,
Mhm.
people are still talking about Kamala Harris.
Mhm.
Kamala Harris's book tour is getting protested by
Mhm.
Palestinian protesters. Why y'all there?
Why? Especially when Trump was right up the street.
Why y'all there? So
He right up the street.
it concerns me the most is that they're just letting these dudes get away with it because they're just white
Mhm.
mediocre men. And
Mhm.
they're racist, misogynist, sexist, and they
Mhm.
represent the majority of the Americans that voted for them.
Mhm.
Like the people that voted for the maggots that voted for Trump didn't think it would happen to them. And
Mhm.
it still has not technically happened to them.
It hasn't happened to them.
So once it does, then that's when it's going to hit the fan, and then that's when
Yeah.
it's going to be, oh, what was me? What was the country? The farmers are already doing it.
Yep.
The farmers are already doing it.
Yep.
They're already, I didn't think it would happen again.
Mhm. Mhm. This happened
So
before, though.
I'm most concerned. I'm just concerned that people are just letting it, are just going about their normal day like none of this stuff is happening. And it's
Mhm.
funny because we all got the same joke. We just want to know if we got to pay bills next month.
Twin. So here, I just had to go to the bank. I had to go to the bank for some insurance, a check that I had to get situated for some insurance stuff, some house insurance stuff.
Mm-mm.
So I'm there dealing with, this is the bank that my mortgage is through, because my mortgage is not through my own personal bank, it's through another bank.
Has anybody's mortgage to their personal
I
bank?
don't know, like I don't know. Is that a thing anymore? Like, some okay, it's okay. So my mortgage
Not in my house.
not through my bank, and yours ain't either. So I'm there and it's taking forever. Like you got to talk to a branch manager and the customer service manager and da 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 da. Like they had to endorse the check on behalf of my mortgage company because the check was made out to me and my mortgage company. So going through all of this and I'm, doing the dog and pony show and I'm jumping through hoops and I'm thinking, baby, are we gonna be around? Are we gonna have the civil liberties?
Do I have to make this truck payment or not?
Do I need to pay this?
That's all I want to know.
That's all I want to know. So for me, what concerns me the most in the political climate that we are in is that everyone is not engaged, from the highest of the high to the lowest of the low. I'm talking about even the Democratic Party and all the way down to your everyday American. We are
Yep.
not engaged. We are not prepared. We're going to have my father on soon. He has been talking for the past, it is on record that he has been trying to spread of what is going to happen. He's been talking about military takeovers. I'm talking about first Trump
Free.
presidency. He's been
OG been ready. And
ready.
are so far behind.
We are. And he keeps saying, if you're getting ready now, it's too late.
It's too late. It's too late.
It's too late. If you don't have your gun now, baby, you got to find somebody who got access to it, who got one, and
I'm
they got
telling y'all
extra.
now, I'm not gonna tell y'all what I know because I got my seat. Amen. But OG ready.
What?
His family don't even know where the seat's at.
We don't even know.
I'm trying to tell y'all what I know about this OG. His own family don't even know where the
meetup spot is. We don't know.
It exists. The place exists. There's a place he has prepared for them.
We don't know.
They don't even know where it is.
For this, it's such a time as this. I'm talking about.
They don't
got
know
MRE. You know what I'm saying? Got all this stuff ready. Just ready
satellite
for the
phones,
satellite phone, a ham radio,
rocket launchers. They got I'm not lying to y'all. They got everything.
Everything.
And they don't know where it is.
and we don't know.
That is preparation. That is what, when I be telling y'all all I want to be in life is an old, healthy black man, that's
So we're
what I'm.
gonna bring Grandpa Adams on, and he's gonna tell you what you need to do to be prepared, to
Yep.
be
I
prepared
can't wait for that.
for your own safety, for your own, what you need to build up in your, like, you can do everyday things now, what items you need to purchase every time you go to the store. And it's not to create mass hysteria, it's just to be prepared. So that's my biggest concern, is people aren't prepared. They aren't thinking that it's almost like a put their head in the sand
Mhm.
thing that's happening. And yes, we still need to go to work. I am very much so present at work. I am very much so still there. But every once in a while, it hits me like, I'm sending this email, like, just circling back. And there's things happening that are just wild. Like, things are happening that I don't even know about, or like I don't know the depth of it.
Right.
So we'll continue these conversations. I wanted to come on and talk to my friend and talk to all of you who are my friends as well, my friends and my family now, to let you know that, one, we have a pulse on what's going on. I will always either reach out to people who have 1, 2, 3 degrees away from the source of information, or I
Right.
will seek it out. I spent the majority of after I got off work, like, looking up things, researching things, making sure I'm watching videos of what is truly actually said, not someone else saying it. I'm listening to it be said. So be safe. Take this seriously. I'm not fear mongering. We're not fear mongering. We're not jumping on the bandwagon to profit off of fear. We want you to be prepared. So thank you for spending your evening with us. If you're watching live, if you're going to rewatch this, share it with a friend.
Please do, man.
Thank you so much. Derek, thank you for staying up late. It's
Hey,
9:50 my time, 10:50 your time.
Yeah, I got to take that pill because my
You
back
got to
hurts.
take your medicine because you almost 40, Doc.
I got to take that pill. Make my back. Like, hey, man, you done had a nice worship tonight. Your back is locked up, so I need to take that muscle relaxer.
Locked
We
up.
appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. My name is Derek.
My name is Akila.
This is Side Conversations live.
Live.
Peace.
Adios.